Hey guys, it's Francis. We're going to do a quick warm up, some standing flow, and a few standing poses. All right, let's get right to it. Here we go. We'll start by reaching our hands up, circling the wrists a few times, go the other direction. We're going to do hands to hips, hip circles. Reverse the direction a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and bend everything, bend the knees, ankles. I'm going to circle the shoulders, lift, and then fold, and lift, and then fold, and then lift, and then fold. Reverse the direction of the circle. Little knee bend, little ankle bend. And one more time to the back. That's it, guys. Good. Okay, now we're going to try something a little funky. We're going to do one arm front, one arm back. We're going to come up to the top, and we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to do it again. One arm front, one arm back, and then the opposite. We do one more time like that. It's a little bit of brain gym right here for a second. Now we'll reverse the direction. It's actually harder than it looks. But get the brain going, challenging ourselves a little bit with our movement. We'll just do one more like this. That is our simple warm-up. And then we're going to do a little bit more with that. We'll do grasshopper vinyasa, reaching your arms out and up, belly firm, lift the chest, and side stretch. Reach up and press, and side stretch. Couple more, press, and side stretch. So just variations here. Now from here, we're going to go into a swan dive. Here we go. We're going to open it up, hug the calves, tuck the chin in, lift the elbows in the chest, squeeze between the shoulder blades like baby cobra. Let the body release down. Reach the arms out, palms press, and let's do it again. Here we go. This time we're just going to do one side bend each direction. One right, one left. Ready for the swan dive. Let's go grasshopper, elbows lift. Feels good, feels like baby cobra in that upper back, moving through the body. Okay, good. Just a couple of those. Now we're going to do a standing flow. We're going to start with our feet a comfortable distance apart, belly firm, palms forward. Inhale, come into chair pose with the palms up. Reach the arms down, back, and overhead. We're going to come into a low chair, arms back, down, and forward. Sit down low as you can. Maybe hips in line with the knees. Now, hands to thighs. Pull the belly in. Tuck the tail. Round up to stand. And then bring the hand to the small of the back, belly firm, and open the chest. And come back to center. And again, open the chest. And come back to center. Two more times. Here we go. Open the chest. And center. One more. Here we go. Open the chest. And let's do that again. A little bit of space between the feet, palms forward. Let's go chair. Arms reach down, back, and press those palms far overhead. Down low, feeling the quads. And belly pulls in, rolling through the spine. And we open, leaning on a rainbow. So we don't fold too much at the neck here. All right, we're going to reach open again. One more time. And one last round of that. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Low chair. So we're simulating what would happen in a regular sun salutation, but we're not actually going to be stepping in and out of the lunge. So that's the big difference here. All right, so I'm kind of thinking of this as something you might do if it's really not that easy to step in and out of lunge, or if you have any knee problems or wrist problems. Like those are a couple different reasons why you might choose to not come in and out of lunge. But we're doing all of the other elements, right? So we did the beginning elements, the chair, reaching over, the low chair. We add a little spinal roll in there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come down. You can use some props. We're going to use a blanket and 2 blocks. We're going to come down into a low lunge. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Let the pelvis release forward. Right, so we're going into this stretch. I'm just, finding this would be taking the place of the lunge, right? So we're just not stepping in and out of it at the moment, okay? Light on the knee. There's not a lot of pressure there. And then let's switch sides. And let the hips release down. Take a full breath in as you're ready. And a full breath out. There you go. That's good. All right. Okay, so to round out our sun salutation, we have the choice now. We can use a prop, or we can use a wall, right? So I'll show both, right? If we're gonna use a wall for basically the part where we would be lowering ourselves to the floor, we come up with a wall, and we do just like a simple wall push-up. You could do 1 foot forward and 1 foot back and kind of adjust how much weight you have on your hands there. So just by pressing and then switching sides. You could choose to do a few more of those, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a prop in here. I'm just going to add this. You could use a chair. It's good if it's on the yoga mat, so whatever prop you're using. So if you want to make it a little more challenging, you would come down a little lower into some sort of prop, a chair, and you can do variations on the part where you would be lowering yourself down to the floor. So instead of lowering down now, we're doing these push-up variations for arm strength. Okay, so that's basically our moving in and out of our sun salutation variations. What we're going to do now is a couple of standing poses. So we'll bring our blocks back. We'll start by coming into lunge. So back leg really straight, belly firm, and you're going to get light on your fingertips here. Okay, if you didn't have a block, you could do your hands on your thigh. But the idea is that you're kind of down there, like your torso's on an angle. So you're feeling a lot of work in the front leg, so for strength. Now let's ground the hands, lift and place the back foot on an angle. And we're going to go ahead from here, reach the, right now I'm reaching one arm. The leg that is back will be the arm that will be moving up and opening into warrior two. Now you can adjust the distance from front to back with your feet. You can keep it a little more narrow. It's going to be more stable. If you need more challenge, you can widen a little bit, no further than 90-degree angles at the front knee. Take a big breath in, take a big breath out. Now we straighten the knee and cross the forearms, and we move back into warrior two. Inhale here, exhale, just two more. Exhale, one more. Exhale and stay. Now bend the front elbow, forearm to thigh, back arm reaches up and over. And then inhale, reach back. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for the balance. If it's too much, then you make the distance between the feet from front to back a little bit shorter. Right? So you might heel toe that in a little bit. Right? You can also widen the feet from side to side. There's a couple more of these. Let's do one more. Here we go. And then let's sweep the hands to the blocks. And at this point, we will not push into a handstand on the blocks. That's my little joke, right? Step the back foot forward and the front foot back. We're just going to move to the other side instead. So squeeze the back knee straight, light on the fingertips, big breath in. Big breath out. Feeling that work in the front leg. Big breath in. And big breath out. Lift and place the back foot on an angle. Reach the leg that is back is the arm that moves. Warrior two. And then straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. Just a couple more times like that. Straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. And reaching forearm to thigh. And reach back. Two more. Again. Sweep the hands to the blocks. Swivel on the ball of the back foot, step the back foot forward. We'll do one last thing here. I'm going to do a little balance challenge. So we'll step to our feet to the edge of the mat, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So I have my heel to the back edge there and my toe to the front edge and a little bit of width. I'm going to reach one arm up and side bend and then come up. So we're again challenging the balance, right? So the basic essential differences here, we're not going down to the ground. We're not doing any inversions, anything kind of too crazy. We're challenging the balance a little bit more. We're going to come back down. So now I have my feet as though I just took a walking step, roughly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that front foot and I'm going to heel toe it over. Now I'm on what I'm going to call a long tightrope because I have one toe to the one edge of the mat and my heel to the other edge. It's still a balance challenge. And then we're going to lean side and come up. And lean side and come up. Two more. Here we go. Lean side and come up. One more. And now we're going to from here, I'm gonna bring the front foot back. So I'm gonna kind of tuck my toes in and then scoot my heel back. So it's like inchworming my front foot back until my toe and heel, whoa, this is a really challenging one. My toe and heel are touching each other. So this is more challenging on this one. So I'm laughing and smiling to myself right now because I had a student, wonderful student, who would come to my Saturday morning class, and he had a little baby girl who grew up, but when she was not too big at all, he had a picture of her standing in his hand, like with both feet, just like that. So she was like standing in his hand, standing upright, and pretty good balance there. Pretty good balance. Now, toe touching one edge, heel touching the other. Arm up, side bend, and come up. And side bend, and come up. Two more, side bend, and come up. One more, side bend, and up. Now you're gonna heel toe that front foot over. You're on a long tightrope. Same arm comes up, right? Heel and toe are not touching at this point, but it is still a challenge. If it's too challenging, then you work your way up to this one, okay? But we wanna get a lot of good balance challenge in this practice here. We're gonna toe, heel, wiggle, wiggle that front foot, back, back, back till your toe and heel are touching. Let's pretend we're standing in someone's hands like that. That's kind of wild. I can't even imagine that. And side, and up, and two more, and up, one more, and up. Widen the feet. Let's just do a little rounding out here, moving through the hips again. Reverse the direction, always listening to your body, making sure that anything that we're doing feels a-okay, and adjust if it doesn't. All right, let's go ahead and from here, let's do hands to thighs, belly firm, pull the belly in, and then round out in the back, and then arch the other way. Belly pulls in, and we arch. Again, belly pulls in, and arch. Last one. Okay, and then if you had a tail, let's wag your tail to one side and then try to look at it. So it's a side bend, and then side bend the other side, and side bend other side. Two more, one more. Now twisting, fingers turn in, reach one arm up and back down. Other arm up, palm is facing the back of the room, and up and down. So just kind of winding down with a few simple movements, and let's round up to stand. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up there. I hope this practice is helpful. We worked a little bit of balance. We worked some standing poses. We didn't do lunges. And I hope that helps you gain a little more stability and strength in your body. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great rest of your day.